Assignment writing. Now this is a writing convention. You probably have already looked at some cookbooks, instructional manuals, and other forms of writing. Assignment writing has some conventions that you need to apply if you're doing essays for university, even for school or technical colleges. So assignment writing doesn't only apply to assessment that you complete, it also has real-world applications. So if you need to write a proposal to get new equipment or materials, if you want to justify the need for a new technique or equipment, or if you need more people to help you with your work, you might need to write something. Even if you work for a not-for-profit organisation and need to prepare a grant application, writing is very useful. Even if you're in a club and you want to apply for some funding. So writing has a lot of applications. And really when we're writing, we want to make sense of something that we understand and give that sense to someone else so they help them understand. So in formulating our writing, we use paragraphs. A paragraph is made up of a topic sentence, supporting evidence, and a concluding sentence. So here, when you're looking at your paragraph, it's good to design this out and make a concept map of what your assignment's about. And then look at each paragraph and say, okay, what's my topic sentence? What's the main point? What am I trying to tell the reader? So the topic sentence sums up the point of the paragraph. Make sure it's connected to the topic of the essay. The reader shouldn't be wondering what you're talking about. They should go, I know what this paragraph's about. So that'll be the first and second sentence of your paragraph. The next sentence will illustrate or support that topic sentence. That's where you'll be putting the information to support what you've just said. You might use some evidence from the literature. That'll mean referencing, whether you're paraphrasing or direct quotation. So you need to let the reader know where the information's from. Who's the expert that you've drawn on to find this information? You could do some analysis in a paragraph. You might talk about advantages and disadvantages. You might be talking about themes. You could be talking over time. So think of how you're structuring your essay and bring that into your paragraph. The concluding sentence needs to link to the next paragraph. That makes it easy for the reader to follow, and also great to get good marks. Redundant words. These are words that clutter your writing. So the reader goes, oh, God, in order to, as well as this, both of these, in the here and now. So just avoid those phrases. You could use things like just being direct. In the here and now, you can say contemporary evidence states, blah. And if you use the term state, make sure you're quoting it. Don't paraphrase if you use state. Otherwise, they might suggest. Keep your vocabulary very simple. Use direct terms. We don't need to say totally honest. It's either honest or dishonest. Bigger in size, bigger is a size. So we can just say bigger, larger. As for example, we can just say for example. So be direct. Consider what you're writing in. You don't need to use long sentence. You can use short sentences. Keep a freshness and a vitality to your work. So first and foremost is quite cliche. We talk about terms as being a cliche, meaning they're overused, colloquial, not consistent with academic writing. So here you can see the cliche and the term that's the better term to use. Over and above, sometimes we don't even need to use the term over. We can just make a statement. So consider what you're using when you're going to use a cliche, even the better term. So at this moment in time, we could say now, or we could say contemporary. But be careful, if you're saying now or contemporary, and then you've got literature from 15 years ago, it's not now. That's 15 years ago, okay? So be careful that your topic aligns with what you're talking about and aligns to the time frame. Okay? So there are a couple of really good hints. Make sure all your evidence is researched well, because you want the reader to go, oh, so that comes from there. The evidence around that is from here. That's credible, that's reliable. If it comes from a academic textbook, then we'll go, that's the foundation knowledge. That's one of the cornerstones. That's a seminal text. Of course, that's correct. A peer-reviewed journal article, that would be the new contemporary literature that might be from that topic. Because remember, books have a longer time frame, or they have in the past, but perhaps now with ebooks, it might be not happening so slowly. But our peer-reviewed journal articles will tell us the contemporary literature. So look for academic sources. Who's the expert in the field? And then quote that expert. You might also look at who's citing that expert. So look for validity in the information so that your assignment is reliable.